Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash, from the prophets in Babylon, out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm your brother Atiyat. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Lesson for today, coming into a very a time like no other on the earth of destruction. And Lord willing, I hope and pray that this will be an edifying lesson. You know, I was inspired to do this video, um, you know, because we're coming into a great time like no other. And one of the beloved brothers from GMS Kansas City Prophets, he had a video and he was showing something some of these prep guys are talking about. And one of the things they were talking about is when that grid shuts down. And really, that grid is everything to everybody, that lives here in Babylon. You need the water. You need the water. You need the lights. And so on and so on. You know, without the grid, you know, a lot of people are going to suffer. And so, you know, those who of the elect, with the wisdom and knowledge, will be okay. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a bumpy road because the scriptures tell you gold is tried through the fire. But but the rest of these Jakes and these other Babylonians, they're in for a rude awakening, and they just don't know how bad it's going to be out here, man. Because these cars are going to shut down, because the systems that runs the cars are going to be, the system is going to be fried. It may be days on end that you go without water or food, what have you. And a lot of these people, they can't go without eating 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at the people out here and see that they're going to lose it. So without further ado, I'm gonna go into some scriptures and just a time like no other. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, and I'll start here in verse 11. And this is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai talking right here. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues. And you know, you can see those things are starting to happen right now. You see this thing called the bird flu. They got some more stuff that's out there, and probably some things that we don't even know nothing about. So those would be some of the plagues that you can think of right there that come into play. And as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn. Okay, Egypt is also referred to as America. We refer to America as Rome, Egypt, which Egypt means bondage, and we're all under bondage. Here, working paycheck to paycheck. You know, just basically a debt slave here. But this is America. Egypt is referred to, America is referred to as Egypt. So Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall bring upon it. Yeah. So the Lord is going to bring great punishment upon this place, man, because for so long it's been so wicked. Just imagine we go out every day, you know, seeing Moism, um, men wanting to be women, women wanting to be men, um, the dynamics of man and woman totally destroyed. You can't even talk to a woman now, because she's so prideful. She has such a prideful spirit on, you know, and that goes back to the Deuteronomy chapter 28 that a husband, a woman, will the man of her bosom, she will be evil towards the man of her bosom. So roughly paraphrasing. So yeah, these women look at you, evil, and a lot of times, this don't even have to be husband and wife. This could be just a woman in general. You see, and they got that spirit, man. They got a hate on them, and you don't even know why. But we know why because it's spoken about in Deuteronomy 28. Verse 13, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. And yeah, these farmers all have been complaining for years right now that they're not getting the support from the government that they used to get. And so it's going to get even worse for these guys. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Yeah, all these people who dwell here in Babylon, are going to get that punishment, man. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Yeah, and that's basically civil war. And that's happened before over 100 years ago. They were before, so it's going to be it's going to happen again. History is going to repeat itself. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses. Yeah. So they're not going to regard the governments, the president, none of those people. Because once that sedition kicks in, and there's no food and there's no water or bread, people are going to break into other people's houses trying to see what they can get. The old saying goes, desperate times calls for desperate measures. And these people are going to be very desperate. And, the neighbor that was real cool with you is going to be your worst nightmare, you know? Not regard their kings nor princesses, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, because once they start setting up these checkpoints and things like that, you're not going to be able to move around and go and come like you used to. Right now we have that freedom to be able to kind of go and come whenever we want to. But once everything shuts down, they're gonna have checkpoints and things of that nature. For because of the pride of the city shall be trouble, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, so these men, a lot of, especially these ones that's walking around here acting big and bad, they're going to be scared in those times. You know. This is Second Ezra chapter 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And this is what Ezra saw when he saw that vision. He saw himself in that vision, you know. So it was so bad that even he said, woe is me, who's gonna save me in those days? So that's just how bad it's gonna be, man. Verse 18, the beginnings of sorrow and great mournings, and the beginning of famine and great death, and the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of the evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Yeah, so these evils are going to come, man. It's going to be great death, people dying of famine, the plagues, all these things. Um, Verse 19, behold, the famine, the plague, the tribulation, the anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. And that's part of those punishments that he was talking about in 2nd Ezra chapter 15 we was just reading, you know? So it's a time like no other, man. So it's time to really take this thing seriously, man, and do all you can for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. You know? Because once this thing hits, you're gonna need that protection, man. And you know, all this hits, you're not gonna be able to call 911, 911. You're not gonna be able to call the ambulance. None of these things. You're gonna be on your own. And those who are the elect, they're gonna have that special guidance of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And Lord willing, we're a part of that. But as for these rest of these jakes, which could be your family, friends, people you went to school with, whatever, those who don't believe in this truth and knowledge like we do, man, there's no hope for them. You know. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah. So those who fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to be a great insurrection towards us men. So yeah, this is why the elder apostles always say, recognize and understand what you're in. You know, take time to think about and reflect on what's coming up. What could happen, what scenarios could happen that you could be involved in. You know, verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah. So they'll be like madmen, sparing none. But at the end of the day, our goal is to stand strong and stand firm for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, and like the scriptures say, gold is tried through fire, and that's that fire that's spoken about. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. There he is, right there. Be tried through gold through be tried as gold through the fire, in the fire. So those who are the elect, they're going to be tried. At the end of the day, they're going to be found to be pure. I'm going to skip down here to verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is your guide. Yeah. So those who are the elect should not be afraid or doubt, because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has our back. So, the Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was an edifying lesson to you, brothers and you few sisters out here, because we are coming into a great time, a time like no other. So, again, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rakak Radash. Special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.